Hey Macu family, I am coming here today to teach you guys how to change a tire. I think regardless of who you are and where you find yourself in life, this is an important life skill. So let's just jump into it and I'll show you how it's done. First and foremost, before you do anything else, you want to make sure your car is off and in park. And not only that, but your parking brake is applied. You want to double check this because if it rolls away while you're underneath, you'll have a very bad day. Secondly, you want to come and gather your tools together. I have an assortment of various tools that you may have on hand, whether you have a floor jack like this or one that your car comes with. There's a few different options. I'm going to be using an impact today just to make it a little easier to learn, but you would probably use just a regular tire iron to accomplish this task. Next, you're going to set your jack. And an important detail to remember is how important it is to be safe while jacking your car up. You have to understand that so many people get hurt every year. According to NEISS, over 4,000 people a year have injuries, some missing fingers, hands, feet, legs, amputations, and some even fatalities due to improper jack usage. So make sure that you use this correctly. So we're going to go ahead and get this into position. And then I'm going to get this started to jack up, maybe. And before your tire comes up off the ground, you're going to want to come over and loosen your lug nuts. That way, your tire doesn't spin while you're up in the air. If you jack your car up before loosening your lug nuts, you'll have just a tire spin and you're not going to be able to get it loose and it's not safe. So you'll loosen up your lug nuts. And then you'll finish jacking your car up the rest of the way. And again, make sure your jack is on a nice, flat, stable ground. And I know if you're on the side of the highway, that can be difficult, but that's important. Once your car is up, then you can remove the lug nuts the rest of the way off and then take your tire off and replace it. Now just to speed things along so you don't have to watch me take this tire off and put it back on, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to tighten the tire back on. What is important is you'll lift the tire up, set it on, and hand tighten them down all the way around. Or if you have a drill, just kind of a little hand tight. Once you kind of have them hand tightened all the way around, what you need to do is go in a star pattern to ensure you're tightening them in a uniform way. So you'll start with any one and then you're going to star pattern all the way around to ensure that the tire is tightened on properly. Once you do that once around, and it's tight enough to be able to set your car back down, you can then lower your vehicle and then tighten them the rest of the way to the appropriate tightness. Jack out of the way, and then finish tightening your bolts again in a star pattern. So the important critical things to remember is make sure you're being safe because nothing's worth getting injured over, and you want to make sure that when you place the tire back on, it's being tightened down in a star pattern to make sure your tire is appropriately aligned. Thank you for watching.